All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Monday. What? 2 days in a row. What? I said I was going to do be off the radar for a little while, and that I am. But we're going to sneak an episode in for Monday morning. I've heard the song a few times over the last few months, and I keep thinking I'm going to do an episode on it. And today is the day for a little bit of Chris Isaak. Haven't covered him in the cave yet. 66 years old, going to be 67. Have another cup of coffee at the end of June. Lifelong bachelor he is, said Yoda. Born to Italian, German parents. His father was a forklift driver. I was a forklift driver. Most people don't know that about me. I drove a forklift one summer in an ice cream freezer, if you can picture that, a distribution center, where the ice cream was so cold it was like cement bricks, and you had to wear layers and layers and a snowsuit and face mask, and your nose would run all day, and I would work that forklift back and forth loading up Ben & Jerry's ice cream and whatever else. Forklift driver, how about that? Anyway, back to Chris Isaak. Stockton, California. He's a California boy. He was class president for 3 years in a row, and he was the class valedictorian of 1974. That's pretty cool, right? Fast forward, his music career, always did music that was basically like a rockabilly, and so they call his music Rockabilly Revival, along the lines of Roy Orbison, Elvis Presley, Ricky Nelson, and before him, the Stray Cats, of course, and Brian Setzer. Huge fan of them and him. I am. There's Yoda again. So that's, where he was cruising along and finally gets signed to Warner Brothers in the mid-'80s, in 1985, basically. John Fogerty, huge fan, put out a couple of records. David Lynch, huge fan, director, used him in many of his films, and puts his music in Blue Velvet. In Heart-Shaped World, that's where we land here in 1989, his third album. In that movie, Blue Velvet is the instrumental version of Wicked Game, and that's where that comes from. He took years to write Wicked Game, as the story goes, to put lyrics to it and all that stuff. So, again, that one took a long time, but by the time Heart-Shaped World came around, it was highly anticipated. He had a lot of Hollywood friends. There was a huge party, launch party. Bruce Springsteen was there, all kinds of people there. Sean Penn. It was a big deal. And this one was a huge hit. It went to number 6, that song, in the United States, number 1 in Belgium. Go Belgium. Just all over the radio. And the music videos, what it's very famous for, of course, that famous black and white video shot in Hawaii with Helena Christensen, the supermodel, topless throughout, but the camera angles don't really show that. And it was, it's named one of the top sexiest videos of all time, top video of all time. It's in the top 10. And it was just a massive, huge hit. There's a second video, by the way, you don't see as much. It's the Wild at Heart version with Laura Dern and Nicolas Cage, snippets from the movie in there. In 95, he put out Forever Blue. That had Baby Did a Bad, Bad Thing, which was Kubrick put in Eyes Wide Shut, if everyone remembers that song. And he just went on to do more. 13 total albums. And by all accounts, just a really nice guy. So Chris Isaak is where we are at with Wicked Game. I don't get tired of this song. Whenever I hear it, I realized I don't change it. It's good. It's kind of a slow down song. Maybe it's slow down 2 days in a row, but you're starting your week off. You're easing in with Chris Isaak and Wicked Game. Do you guys remember this song and this video and how big this was? Comment below. Whatever you're doing today, have a good one. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.